There is some chatter that Spider-Man 4 is happening and that you'll be back as Spider-Man. Can we confirm this tonight?
It's happening.
Marvel's next phase is packed with big returns and bold new stories. From the Fantastic Four's debut to the rise of Doctor Doom, 2025 and 2026 are set to shake up the MCU. Let's dive into the best upcoming Marvel movies you won't want to miss. Thunderbolts. Release date, May 2nd, 2025.
We have no reliable heroes, and yet we still need protection.
Marvel's Thunderbolts is making waves as the MCU's first movie centered around a team of villains and anti-heroes. Originally set to release in December 2024, it swapped spots with Fantastic Four and will now hit theaters in May 2025. That shuffle means fans get to see this dark new team-up even sooner. But don't expect another Avengers-style superhero team. The Thunderbolts are a totally different crew. These aren't your typical heroes. They're villains, anti-heroes, and morally grey characters from past Marvel projects, all brought together by none other than CIA Director Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. Her reasons for recruiting such a shady bunch? Still unclear, but this movie might finally reveal her bigger plan. Unlike the world-saving optimism of the Avengers, this crew is going on a dangerous mission for the US government, and the stakes are high. It's refreshing to see a Marvel movie flip the script and give us a team that's more about conflict and consequences than clean-cut heroics. The lineup is filled with unpredictable characters, and that alone makes this story one to watch. The trailer already has fans hyped, showing the chaotic chemistry between these misfits and the kind of gritty, raw energy the MCU hasn't explored much before. After Sony's rough outings with Madame Web and Kraven the Hunter, Marvel's swinging big with Thunderbolts. And from what we've seen, it could be the start of a bold new direction. Avengers Doomsday. Release date, May 1st, 2026. Get ready for a major shake-up in the Marvel Universe. Avengers. Doomsday is coming on May 1st, 2026, and it's going to change everything. This film was originally known as the Kang Dynasty, but with big shifts in direction, the title has now changed to Avengers. Doomsday. One of the most shocking reveals came at San Diego Comic-Con 2024. Robert Downey Jr. is returning to the MCU, not as Iron Man, but as Doctor Doom, the film's main villain. This twist alone has created massive buzz. Doctor Doom is one of Marvel's most powerful and feared villains, and having Downey portray him adds even more depth and anticipation. Initially, Jonathan Majors was cast as Kang the Conqueror, the original big bad for this phase. But with Kang now out of the picture, Doctor Doom steps into the spotlight. This villain switch is the reason behind the movie's new title. Behind the scenes, there's been a creative shuffle too. Destin Daniel Cretton, who directed Shang-Chi, was supposed to direct but exited the project in late 2023. In his place, Michael Waldron, known for Loki, is now writing the script. The Russo brothers, famous for directing Infinity War and Endgame, are officially back to direct both Avengers, Doomsday and its sequel, Avengers: Secret Wars. Their return brings high hopes for another epic chapter in Marvel history, and fans are counting on them to deliver the same kind of massive scale and emotional storytelling they're known for. Fantastic Four: First Steps. Release date, July 25th, 2025. Marvel's first family is finally making their big MCU debut with Fantastic Four. First Steps, set for release on July 25th, 2025. After two earlier film attempts, one in 2005 and another in 2015, both of which received mixed reviews, hopes are now high for this MCU reboot. The movie will be set in an alternate version of 1960s New York, giving it a unique retro sci-fi feel. Even though plot details are still under wraps, the cast alone has fans excited. Pedro Pascal, the Mandalorian, will play Reed Richards. Vanessa Kirby, Mission Impossible, takes on Sue Storm. Joseph Quinn, Stranger Things, becomes Johnny Storm, and Ebon Moss-Bachrach will play Ben Grimm. On the cosmic side, Julia Garner, Ozark, is confirmed as the Silver Surfer, while Ralph Ineson, the First Omen, will portray Galactus. Other actors like Natasha Lyonne, John Malkovich, and Paul Walter Hauser are also part of the cast in yet-to-be-revealed roles. Directed by Matt Shakman, who previously worked on WandaVision, the film was originally planned for May, but has now shifted to a July 25, 2025 release. With this reboot, Marvel aims to finally give the Fantastic Four the justice they deserve and integrate them into the wider MCU in a meaningful way. Spider-Man 4. Release date: July 24, 2026. The buzz around Spider-Man 4 is growing, and fans are eager to see where Peter Parker's story goes next. After the mind-bending multiverse events in Spider-Man No Way Home, Peter faces a tough choice. Should he reveal himself to his friends and girlfriend, who no longer know him? The post-credits scene in No Way Home also dropped a big hint about the Venom symbiote lingering in the MCU, setting up a gritty new challenge for Peter as he grapples with the Black Suit's influence. This sequel promises to dive deep into Peter's struggles, both personal and as a hero. Destin Daniel Cretton, who brought high-energy action to Shang-Chi and The Legend of the Ten Rings, is directing Spider-Man 4. His knack for intense fight scenes could make this the most action-packed Spider-Man film yet in the MCU. There's even talk that Cretton might bring back the same stunt team from Shang-Chi, raising hopes for jaw-dropping web-slinging sequences. As 2024 wraps up, more news about the plot and cast is expected, keeping fans on edge for what's next. Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin remains a fan favourite, and his iconic role as Norman Osborn still sparks curiosity. In a recent chat with Entertainment Tonight, Dafoe teased he'd be open to returning if the story feels right. While nothing is confirmed, the idea of revisiting Osborn, maybe even introducing an Earth 616 version of the Osborn family, has fans excited. The film might explore Peter's dynamic with the Osborns, possibly with new actors stepping into these roles, adding fresh layers to the MCU's Spider-Man saga. There's also chatter about whether Sony and Marvel will keep pulling in characters from Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man worlds. Dafoe's openness leaves room for surprises, but the focus seems to be on building a new chapter for Tom Holland's Peter. Either way, Spider-Man 4 is shaping up to be a thrilling mix of heart, action, and mystery. Avengers: Secret Wars. Release date: May 7th, 2027. Avengers: Secret Wars is set to be a massive MCU event, wrapping up the multiverse saga with a bang. Picture a huge crossover where Marvel's biggest heroes, like Tom Holland's Spider-Man, Benedict Cumberbatch's Doctor Strange, and newcomers like America Chavez, team up to face a jaw-dropping threat. The Russo brothers, who nailed Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame, are back to direct, promising an epic, emotional ride. Following Avengers, Doomsday on May 1st, 2026, this film will tie together all the wild threads from phases 4, 5, and 6. One big twist? Robert Downey Jr. is returning, not as Iron Man, but as the villainous Dr. Doom. His role is expected to shake things up, especially after Doomsday, with Doom possibly creating Battleworld, a chaotic mashup of realities inspired by the 2015 Secret Wars comics. The story might split between Doomsday setting the stage and Secret Wars showing the heroes fight to fix the multiverse. There's even talk of a soft reboot, letting the MCU refresh old characters or bring back familiar faces like Falcon, Thor, or Captain Marvel, alongside newbies like Kate Bishop and She-Hulk. The Fantastic Four will also play a part, fresh off their own movie, The Fantastic Four: First Steps. With a huge cast and the Russos' knack for balancing action and heart, Secret Wars is gearing up to be a game changer. Plot details are still hush-hush, but as 2027 nears, expect more hints about who's joining the fight and how this colossal story will unfold. Blade. Release date November 2025. Blade has had a bumpy road in the MCU, with delays, director changes and script rewrites pushing its release from 2023 to November 2025. Originally set for February 2025, the extra time gives Marvel a chance to nail the story of this iconic vampire hunter. Mahershala Ali, a powerhouse actor, steps into the role of Blade, and fans are pumped to see how he'll bring the character to life. Despite the setbacks, the excitement for Ali's performance keeps hope alive. The delays might actually be a blessing, letting Marvel polish the film to honor Blade's legacy. There's buzz about the Ebony Blade, a mystical weapon from the comics, making an appearance, which could add a cool twist. Another intriguing possibility is Kit Harington's Dane Whitman, who had a small role in Eternals, potentially crossing paths with Blade. Marvel's taking its time to make sure this movie fits snugly into the MCU's big picture. With Ali leading the charge, Blade has all the makings of a standout. As updates roll in, fans are eager to see how this solo film will carve its place in the MCU's interconnected world. Shang-Chi 2. Good news for Shang-Chi fans, a sequel to Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is officially in the works, confirmed by Marvel back in December 2021. Simu Liu is set to return as the martial arts hero, with Destin Daniel Cretton back in the director's chair. After the first film's killer action and fresh vibe, expectations are high for what's next. While details like the release date or plot are still under wraps, the sequel is sure to build on Shang-Chi's journey, possibly diving deeper into the Ten Rings mysteries or new challenges in the MCU. Cretton's return is a big win, given how he made the first film pop with heart and jaw-dropping fights. As more news drops, fans can't wait to see where Shang-Chi's story swings next. Following his breakout role in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Simu Liu is expected to return for a much-anticipated sequel. The original film was praised for its action scenes, combining modern choreography with classic martial arts wire fighting, and the second movie is set to follow that same exciting path. There are still many unanswered questions from the first movie, especially about the true origin of the Ten Rings and what the organization will become under its new leadership. The sequel is likely to explore the deeper history and influence of the Ten Rings within the MCU and expand on its mysterious legacy. It's also believed that Awkwafina's character, Katie Chen, will return, continuing her journey alongside Shang-Chi. However, with Destin Daniel Cretton, the original director, now reportedly focused on a new Spider-Man film, the current status of Shang-Chi 2 remains unclear. That said, fans are hopeful Marvel will soon confirm updates on this next chapter. Spider-Man: Beyond the Spider-Verse. Release date expected 2024 to 2025. Spider-Man: Beyond the Spider-Verse is the next big chapter in the animated Miles Morales saga. As the direct follow-up to 2023's Across the Spider-Verse, this third movie will continue Miles' journey through the multiverse as he tries to protect those he loves and understand what it truly means to be Spider-Man. The movie will bring back familiar voices, Shameik Moore as Miles Morales, Haley Steinfeld as Gwen Stacy, and Brian Tyree Henry as Jefferson Davis. Fans can also look forward to seeing both returning and new Spider-People, adding more depth to the ever-expanding Spider-Verse. While the movie was originally set to release on March 29, 2024, production delays, likely due to industry strikes, have pushed it back. Sony hasn't given a new official date yet, but the film is now expected to come out sometime in late 2024 or 2025. The delay suggests they're taking extra time to ensure this final installment delivers a powerful and satisfying conclusion to the trilogy. And that's it for today's video. Be sure to drop your thoughts or suggestions for future videos in the comments. We love hearing from you. See you in the next one.